Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Las Bueninos Vamos, mi gente.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back again. Aquí andamos.
Al 100.
Con el lenchito.
Yes, y la Margarita.
Yes. Oh, we introduced each other today. High five.
You took my name and I took yours. All right. Well, yesterday we got invited to a party.
Yes, it was good. I love.
It's a good vibe.
It was listening to live music. By the way, happy birthday, Raymond, if you ever watch this.
Así es. So we got invited at the last minute, sort of middle of the week, but we were like, okay, let's go. We've been there before again.
It was actually a long time ago.
Oh.
But I just told you not so long ago.
Apenas me dijeron a mi gente. So
sorry about it.
Ya ven como la comunicación es aquí, pero I guess that's how we learn.
I want to make sure that you didn't have any other plans. Okay, let's go.
Simon.
No, I should have told you. I don't know why I didn't tell you sooner, but yeah, it was a good time.
It sure was. But something that caught me off guard, I don't know if it caught you off guard. I guess us millennials, we never really thought about getting a mullet in our age. We were more of the spiky hair generation, I'm guessing, because that was me.
Mm-hmm. You had spiky hair, right?
I
love the spiky hair.
I never really got the Goku look, but, I see a mi thing. And I think I never got the Goku look because my transition from comb over to the next haircut was a flat top.
A flat top nomás así, pelonete.
No,
cabeza de cohete.
It's basically, it was the army or force.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, like the general type of, okay.
The only reason why I went there was because, again, we were breaking those habits.
Okay, we need to insert a picture. Sorry to cut you off. I think we have a picture of it. I think you're holding a basketball. You're giving like a half smile, like.
Pero no vamos a encontrar una picture de me. We're not going to go that far. But the point is, the reason why I went to that transition of getting a flat top was because we were breaking barriers. Mm-hmm. Meaning that my parents never really were into, let me do this, because they always had something to say, right? Like, no te dejaban hacer something you wanted until they approved it. Mm-hmm. So that's why, the reason why I went to the flat top was because my hairstylist or my barber was like, oh, you want to change it up? Because I was getting to the 8-9-year-old me already. Mm-hmm. So he's like, let's change it up, let's leave the hair comb over to the past. So yesterday on the party, I saw a guy, I believe, in our age group with a mullet, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I thought that was for Generation Z, but I guess we're bringing it back as well, back in the 80s, huh?
Thank you to Peso Pluma. Well, before Peso Pluma, I used to see it. I used to see other kids that had it, but after Peso Pluma came out with that haircut, after he came out and he has a haircut, that's when I saw that even more people wanted having that.
Our age group, or just in general? Because I think about it, I don't really know what is Peso Pluma's age, though.
I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, that's a good question. If you guys want to comment down below, if he's Generation Z, basically.
Or millennial. No, I don't think he's millennial.
Yeah. So that really threw me off.
I'm like, let me see how old he is.
But he had to be our age because, Raymond and his wife, it's basically our age group.
Yeah.
Pero, when it became an essential for me about haircuts and beards? Because my dad would make fun of himself. So my dad would clown on his own self, saying like, mira como traes ese pelo, parece que no tienes padre. Basically saying that you needed a haircut, it looks like you don't have nobody that owns you to go take you.
But that's because you wanted it long, though, no?
No. It was just, again, my hair grows like freaking a pine cone all everywhere and real quick.
You have stubborn hair.
A pine cone.
Stubborn hair.
What would be not a pine cone, but what's the little
porcupine?
Porcupine.
You do have porcupine hair. You do.
So, that's when I knew it was an essential. I had a haircut. In our transition, our millennials, and now I don't think it's like that. Maybe it is, but we don't really see it because of the mullet, long hair, ponytails. But we had to have a haircut every week.
Okay. So it's because of your dad. Because when I met you, you would get a haircut every single week. Is that a thing for guys? Is that a thing for you guys? Like for you guys?
For millennials, I think it was. You needed a haircut every week.
Yeah?
Yeah, you had to have that hair nice, short, shaved. Now it's ponytails and mullets.
You know what I like seeing? Like when you guys get like a fresh cut and it's like nice and sleek back here. I like touching, I like the feeling of it. A little ASMR moment.
You are agreeing to a guy moment then, because me and the guys we were saying, hey, when do you know when you need a haircut? We were like, cuando salen los pelitos over the ear, that's when you know you need a haircut.
Oh, that's too long. I'm like, yeah, every single week. But you would get one every single week. And now you get one like what, every maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. The longest that I think I've seen you go without cutting your hair is probably like a month.
Yeah, a full month.
Oh, probably even longer.
Maybe a month and a half, a month. Pero just recently, I started not to get a haircut. I went for 2 months. Can you believe that one?
Was that when you were working in Oklahoma?
No, that was just recently in April because I couldn't find a new barber.
Oh, duh, I totally missed
until
that part.
Recently. Shout out to El Compita Miguelón.
El Miguelón.
Por anda allí giving haircuts. So, yeah, I had to go with Miguelón and check him out. And the reason why I had to do it, I did get a haircut before him. And it cost me a little penny,
Mm-hmm.
Uno says $65.
Dang.
Porque no digan que los guys don't spend too much
65?
money on haircuts.
Okay, was that just 65 for...
With beard included. When they shave your beard or trim it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is that tip included or is that just like
that was
included?
tip included? So the haircut itself was like $55.
Oh, damn.
And beard.
Okay.
Separate.
I'm saying, okay, that's a lot, but I feel like people have paid even more. Comment down below, guys. What's the most you guys, what's the most you guys have paid for a haircut?
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever I trim my hair, maybe I trim like this much. And I pay like $20 for it. It's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot. I still feel, and plus tip. So a little bit more. So like what, $25?
Is that has that always been the charge that you noticed? Like, let's say 5 years ago or just now?
Ago? I'm not consistent with trimming my hair and I know I should. Okay. I should be consistent with trimming my hair because it keeps it healthy. But going back to it, going back to the price. But I think I always remember it being like $20. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I asked that is for that same reason, because lately with the whole COVID and after that, inflation, haircuts did go up to about $20 to $25, depending where you go for just a normal haircut.
Yeah.
When back in the day we paid $10, $13, and people are kind of concerned now. They're like, dang, like 20, yes, pasando.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We might be seeing a lot more home barbers.
Yeah. Something I do want to say is what you said, inflation, right? So when people say like, damn, that's expensive, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But they really have to keep in mind that, you have to buy materials. It's not just, they don't just continue to reuse the same blade. They have to change out the blade.
I hope.
Yes, I sure hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah, they have to change out the blade. They have to buy the barbicide. Ya ves donde se tiene que desinfectar. Right. And that bottle that I use to clean even my tools.
Right.
How much does it cost? Maybe like $30, $40, depending like how big it is and like where you go. It can be $40, $50. It just depends. And on top of that, if you have your own place, you have to pay rent. So you're not only paying for the haircut, you're paying for, maybe their materials, their time. So
that renting chair fee.
También on top of that. So keeping that in mind. So if you don't want to pay it, then, maybe I know some people like we know Ponch, he cuts his own hair and it looks good. You cut your own hair, nomás agarras one size.
Así es, mi gente. That is very true. I only get one size, but the reason why I had to go back and pay those $65 was because, like I mentioned, 2 months it took me to find an actual barber, but I didn't want to become a habit of just doing a one size.
Yeah.
I still needed to get that fade, that clean cut. So that's why no me dolió tanto to pay the $65, because I was like, hey, I haven't done it for 2 months. Let's go look fresh. To a fresher me, not a one size do it all. So
a look, just change the look. Yeah, I know. I like the one size. I didn't really like that one high fade that you had, but if you like it, mira.
Pues estamos encontrando el barber que sepa la recipe.
Pues Miguelón, póngase las pilas. Vámonos.
Hey, but that is a confidence booster. I'm going to say to get a haircut.
Yeah.
You have to be nice and shaved or nice and cut, you know?
Yeah, I can agree because I just, I haven't, like I said, I don't keep up with my haircuts, and I don't get my trims or anything. So I just let my hair grow así como sea. I don't have like any shape. Like I didn't have any like layers or anything just to like shape the hair. Because like for the girls, like for us girls, if we have just, you know, straight hair or whatever, and we don't have like anything to like, I don't know. Well, the layers. I don't know if are you familiar with layers?
Simone.
Yeah. So the layers pretty much just give like a little bit more volume to your hair, or you know, it maybe changes the shape. Changes the shape of your face. So I just recently got layers, and I've gotten layers before, pero just recently I got layers, and I was like, oh, I really like this. So as soon as I got my hair cut, like the stylist like she dried my hair, and I was like, oh, who is she? She looks good. And yeah, it does boost up your confidence a little bit. So the next day también, like I dried my hair, pero no me salió igual.
Nah, pues she probably threw that special shampoo or gel in your hair and you didn't even notice
or
it.
just the ¿cómo se dice? Not the practice, ¿cómo se dice? Professionalism? No, her...
Yeah, she knows
her technique.
Her technique. She knows how to
having
move.
a technique. And me, I just like did the blow dryer or whatever, pero no me salió. So what did I do? Grab a clip, put it up, a little bun or something, y así se quedó.
But with that being said, with the haircuts now, I feel like a lot of the times when I was young, maybe the ladies were like, we don't want men with beards or we don't want hairy men. Is that true or no?
I don't like hairy guys.
Okay, but so if you don't like hairy guys, did you ever think that you were gonna get a person with a beard?
I never thought about someone with a beard, but it's definitely more attractive. For me, it's more attractive.
Wow, so that's what I've been hearing recently, that a lot of ladies are been into the beards.
They are, yeah, porque todos los barbón.
Wow.
I got lucky with the barboncito.
No me chivies, por favor, no me chivies.
Y más with those dimples right there. Oh my gosh.
Pero no se miran with my hair.
No, I can see it right now.
Okay.
A ver, do a little close up.
No, gracias.
Yes, do a little smile.
No, thank you.
Ay, no, porque luego
Después me roban.
Y luego te van a robar.
But have you seen that TikTok where this man, he basically has like a 7-year-old child.
Yeah.
And he got married, or he's with this her significant other. But I guess she met him with a beard. And he had never shaved it before. And he basically decided to do it 1 year. And I can see already when I saw this gentleman do shave his beard before showing them, I was like, my dude, you're going to get so much because you've seen me without a beard and you always have a reaction of like, why did you cut it? Or why, you should have just did this a little bit, or you should have just trimmed it. You always have something to say about it.
I can relate. Okay, because I'll go back to the video. The little girl. See, I would have. Okay, so let me. I don't know if we'll insert the clip or whatever. But so pretty much the little girl was like, what did she say, papi or something like that? She was like, papi. She was so shocked. But I think I would have been like, oh, like the little girl reacted that way because maybe the mom was right there next to her. But no, he showed the little girl first, and then he went up to his wife, and then of course her reaction was the same. She was shocked because they're probably not used to seeing him like that.
Right.
But the little girl's reaction was the one that was more surprised about.
Yeah, well, not that one. I don't think you even remember, but they did have like a newborn too, and the newborn was crying.
Oh, that's right. The newborn was crying.
He was like, who the heck is this dude?
I feel like I get surprised too. Like I met you with
you didn't meet me with a beard. You met me more with just the barba, like just here, what we call
you did have a barba here.
Yeah, I did.
You had like the little, I don't know how you had, no me acuerdo cómo lo tenías.
I just had my beard and just my beard. My mustache and la barba here. I didn't have it all the way out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You did have it just right here. And then you just let it grow out.
Yes.
I know. And you haven't done it in a while where like you take the whole thing off. That's where it throws me off too.
The most.
Yeah.
Even the mustache. Huh?
Have you thought about doing it? Taking it all off?
I've done it. I don't think you remember, but I think I did it like at the beginning of the year. I want to say I did, but whatever. Yeah, so it does throw you off, and yeah, that video, it is hilarious to see the reaction of everyone.
Yeah, go watch it.
And yeah, we might insert the clip. No, you already seen the clip when we inserted it, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, it does throw you off because it's something that you see someone for such a long time y les cambia la cara completamente. And with that guy, the one with the video with the little girl and with the family, he didn't even have that much facial hair.
Nah, but you could see si le cambia.
Oh yeah, he looked like he even looked younger. Like you even look younger. Like
yeah, I can say he did look younger for sure.
We should do that for the next one. Just like
throw people
shave it
off.
out. Yeah, like hey guys, we have a new guest here today.
No,
Lenchito couldn't make it.
Right? No, only the voice is gonna be heard.
I know. Damn. So I know you don't like armpit hair.
I do not. I just don't, and I know you guys have your guys' reasons, but I just feel that I've seen it like something that's always been implemented, like, oh, girls can have armpit hair. Mm-hmm. I know it's not supposed to be that way, but that's just been me since a kid, and I just feel disgusted seeing the armpit hair. Yeah. Sorry.
No, and I get it. That's how you grew up. But it's so hard to keep up with sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
That wax strip is so hard to put on and pull, or it just hurts.
Help me. It's hard to do it because it's hard. I would rather wax it, but it's so much easier just to grab the razor and just take it off. A little self-care.
Well, what is the benefits of doing wax and doing the razor instead? Is there any?
Ooh, I love that question. Okay, with the question. I was just going to tell you, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing that. No, okay, so this is a difference. So you're familiar with razor bumps, right?
Yeah, those hurt right in my beard area. Those hurt.
Yeah, those hurt. So same thing with the armpits. So like if we shave our armpits, también nos salen razor bumps. I don't know if everybody does. Of course, everybody's skin is different.
Pues believe it or not, pero tiene technique también.
También tiene yeah, no, it does have technique. Okay, yeah. So of course you have to shave it, on the direction that the hair is growing.
Right. So
you get the razor bumps, and my skin tone is a little bit dark on the darker side, so you'll get a razor rash. Mm-hmm. So if I put my hands up right now, like it's gonna be dark. That's something that I was so self-conscious for the longest. Okay. When I was a little bit younger, maybe high school and maybe a little bit once I got out of high school, but I got over it. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. They're razor bumps. It's not gonna be perfect. So that's part of like if you don't want to shave, then there's also
that's
the waxing.
One of the reasons, right?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why some people probably don't shave. Right. And it just gets really irritating. Nomás andamos como changos just trying to scratch.
No, don't do that, please. We definitely gonna think you guys have hairs down there.
I know de por sí I have dry skin. I'm just like, okay. Now the wax strips, there's like different type of like waxing techniques. There's like the hard wax, the one where you just like warm it up in the little container. Mm-hmm. You agarras poquito, you let it cool down, you put it on, and you don't need a wax strip. So you just like rip it right off. That's the one that I love. That's the one that I love the most. And then there's also the other type of wax. It's a little bit more sticky, that when you do need a wax strip. Okay. And I feel like that one's really, really messy. So I stopped using that one, and I literally threw it away and I didn't finish it. And that when you use a wax strip, y se te quita. So that pretty much just avoids getting like the razor bumps, the rash. But you do need to be careful, because si me ha pasado where either it's too hot and of course te quema, or let's say that, oh man, I didn't get all of the hairs.
Right.
So I put another layer of it and I strip it again. Excuse me. And next thing you know, I'm bleeding, like not really bad, but you get like little.
It's almost like
you'll see like
burnt.
Yeah.
Like a burnt rash.
Yeah, like a rash, or like you see like little bumps que está like there, it's bleeding. Mm. Yeah, that's the bad part. But that's before I knew like you shouldn't do that. But I mean, I guess I learned by mistake.
Yeah, you're always gonna be learning by mistake.
Maybe I should have YouTubed it.
But maybe, I don't know if you've I have never looked into it, but there is new techniques of having that area whitening or whiten.
Yeah.
So have you looked into that or anything?
Not the whitening cream, but there's a home remedy that you can do. And I did try it, but I wasn't consistent with it. You mix lemon, baking soda, and I think that's it. Yeah, just lemon and baking soda, and you just apply it there maybe for like 5 minutes, probably not too long. And then you just wash it off. And then you just keep doing that every single day. And I mean, I would say that I would put it in the restroom, but then it would get wet and then I wouldn't make any more. So I wasn't even consistent about it.
All right. Well, you guys heard her remedy, but try it at your own risk, guys. This is not a for sure thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you a funny story.
What is your funny story?
So in middle school, I think it was in middle school, I came out in a quinceañera.
Okay.
And like months leading to it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is when I was super self-conscious about my underarms. And leading up to it, I was trying to do that lemon stuff. Like I remember my mom told me, oh, ponte limon. So I put lemon on. That wasn't working. It was still dark. And I was still shaving my armpit. By that time I was already a teenager. So I was already shaving my armpits and nothing. So I want to say maybe days leading to the quinceañera, I was like, oh, it's not coming off. Like I was seriously freaking out. Like I cried. I literally cried because I was like, oh my gosh, like the dress, I think it was like, of course it was going to be exposing my underarms. So what I did, I got a pumice rock. You know what a pumice rock is? So a pumice rock is para tallarte tus talones.
Mejor you should have got a cheese grinder or a cheese grater.
Shit, that was my next thought. I got the pumice rock and I started scrubbing my armpits. I was like, heck yes, like esto, like it takes off your skin. So it's gonna work for my armpit. I was like, why didn't I think about this before? I was like, this is amazing. So I started scrubbing it. I was like, heck yes, like I didn't feel anything. You know, like when you're rubbing, no se siente. Pero ya cuando me salí de bañar, I was like, fuck, this shit burns. Y bien rojo, and it got even worse.
And it probably got infected too.
I know. Who's why? Something that somebody was putting on their freaking callos, on their callos, on their hongos.
That's gross.
Probably some dead skin right there. Oh my gosh. And yeah. But I can say that if you don't use your razor and wax instead, it'll start clearing up.
Really?
Or sometimes it's something that I've tried before is not shaving for a really, really long time. Just let my armpits rest and then wax it off. But that's the thing about waxing. In order for it to, para que se quiten todos los pelos, it needs to be as long as a grain of rice. Yeah.
Well, maybe something. I mean, this is just out of the random because this is gonna be another thought for another one. What if you guys put like warm water or damp, a damp warm towel?
¿Para qué?
For it can soften it. It's almost the same thing as when we shave our beard. We put that warm towel first for it can soften on the skin and then you shave.
Para que se quite todo.
No, it just makes it easier.
I haven't. I need to try it.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
We don't want to hear another pumice rock situation, please.
No. What if? I mean, I don't know if anybody will get this far, but what if? Maybe I'll post a short or like a TikTok or something. If we get maybe like 5 more subscribers for the next episode, we'll wax your armpits.
No, thank you. I'd rather have my armpits hairy.
Come on. Yeah. We'll wax your armpits. We'll do it. We can't do it live yet because on TikTok we don't have. But right here, we'll wax
No, thank you. Paso en esa, my guys. Maybe on 500 todavía te la doy, but not for 5.
Sad.
Alrighty. Well, guys, we are going to take a little break and we'll be back. All right, guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty.
I had to go shave my armpits.
Yeah, that pumice rock situation made my armpits sweat, so I had to go put some, deodorant. But talking about, shaving and hair removal, those ingrown hairs with those acnes are the worst or not?
Yes.
Eso sí duelen, que no?
I like pulling them out though.
Whoa, no. We have Mrs. Dr. Lee over here in the house.
Okay, so TMI, but whatever, you know. Sometimes I get in front of the mirror. I'm like, okay, once I'm done shaving or whatever, or if not shaving, because I usually shave in the shower. But when I wax, I like seeing if I have any left over. But there's some that you can see like bumps. Mm-hmm. So with the tweezers, I just like open it up y nomás sale. But I haven't gotten pimples like that.
No.
You get a lot like that.
The ingrowns?
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't know. I think I get more pimples, to be honest. But I haven't. Guys, I know you might see my skin here routine. Mm-hmm. I don't do anything. I see as natural for the moment.
You lucky little...
For the moment.
I was going to say, you lucky little bastard.
Hey, I guess I'm okay with that. If I don't have pimples, I'm good with that. You can call me whatever you want as long as they don't come out.
I don't get it. I really don't freaking... Well, I mean, I guess I get it. It's genetics. Like, none of your parents had acne?
I was too... I was already... They were too old already by the time.
Or they never talked about it?
No,
like, acne.
That's something we don't really...
because both of your parents have like really smooth skin. Like I don't remember your dad having like, you know how like usually if you have like if you've had acne, you have acne scars. Like I have a couple. I have,
I think I've seen my dad only with like one pimple, but other than that, no.
He was ingrown.
He was way older by that time. I don't think you really get pimples anymore after the 45s. I could be wrong. Pero yo que me acuerde, no.
What's your facial skincare routine?
I just told you I don't have any.
What do you do though? So just shower,
natural oils.
Some face wash. I'm not face wash. Some body wash y luego nomás te lo lavas así.
Sí, nomás agua y ya.
Nomás
I
agua, no jabón.
Water. Yeah.
No jabón.
Nope. Pero,
even when you shower?
But no, obviously not when I shower. But you didn't get it because I said natural oils. But obviously that was a knee slapper because that's what causes acne and pimples.
Not all the time.
Yes, it basically is.
It's mainly like, let's say if you go work out or like, let's say if you've been out all day and you haven't washed your face by the time that you woke up.
Right. But oil is basically the cause of a acne and a pimple.
True. Eso sí.
Yeah, that's what I was going with.
Eso sí.
But did you know that acne is basically what is the disease and then the pimple is the one that comes after?
Wait a minute. Say that again. So the acne, really?
Yeah. Acne comes before the pimple.
So it's like the chicken and the egg again.
But the reason I think we're surprised about it because our age group, I'm going to say we always had pimple. We never really used acne. I think acne, I heard about it like maybe 5 years ago.
I thought it was the same thing. Like
it is the same thing, but it's basically a diagnose of acne. Mm-hmm. So acne comes first, and then pimple comes after.
Órale.
It becomes a pimple basically. And the reason the pimple is a pimple is because it's a blackhead or it's the whitehead that's right. They're saying that's right above the skin, almost ready to pop.
I have beef with pimples, with acne. I have beef with it. I want to fight it.
Do you, huh?
Yes. I have acne.
But okay, that is a good thing because you are one of those. You do go to war with pimples and acne.
I do. I get freaking mountains. I mean, I guess they're cysts, right? Like they're huge ones. Sometimes I get the huge ones, and I usually get them like before I'm gonna get my period. Oh. It's so freaking annoying. Like I've been dealing with acne for the freaking longest, and that's another thing. Like I've tried home remedies. Like even when I was little. Like another story when my mom would tell me, "Oh, ponte sábila," like just to get sábila and then just like rub it all over your face. Right. Sábila is the aloe. Mm-hmm. Okay, because we used to have sábila, so I would just go cut it up and be consistent. Me lo ponía. Nothing would happen. I've tried, pretty much all of the over-the-counter stuff. Still hasn't worked. But I think it's all genetics because I've seen my dad's face and he has like a lot of pores. Oh. No, not scars. He has a lot of pores. Okay. And my mom también, she has a lot of blackheads. I'm exposing them. But my dad, he has a lot of pores. And I think maybe I've never asked them if they ever had any acne. But it has to be genetics.
Right. Yeah,
because
some of it could be. And then basically, like you says, during your period time when you're going through puberty, it's almost the same situation. So, yeah, you do have an honest...
Am I hitting you?
No, but I feel the wind over here. I'm like, what the heck?
I'm tapping my foot.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, the transition, from becoming a young adult.
Yeah.
But with you guys, I would say, yeah, maybe you should be getting, pimples when you're going through your period, right?
Yeah. Not through my period, but through the periods before that. It's always like the PMS, like premenstrual cycle. PMS. Premenstrual. What's the S for?
I don't know.
Premenstrual something. What the heck?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Margarita.
PMS.
Well, that is what it is.
Yeah. That's when I usually get them. Like before I'm going to get them, or like I'm moody and all that fun stuff. It's not fun. Like right now, I feel very moody.
It could be actually there's other causes, stress, depression, all of that can cause it. And then there's, again, we mentioned oils already.
Food you eat.
Yeah. And to clarify, the pimple is a symptom of the acne.
Orale. That's so annoying. And but you know what? I feel what has been helping is the acne dope.
I don't
the face wash that I've been using.
Okay.
Oh, let me put you guys on it. It's called Acne Dough. It's I'll insert a picture. That's something that I started using. And God bless my sister. She's the guinea pig. She's always trying different products. And that's the one that I like the most. Porque tiene como arenita. I know we're not supposed. That's another thing. Apparently, we're not supposed to be using. We're not supposed to exfoliate. So exfoliate, like ya ves que te quita like the dead skin. That one has como arenita. I don't know if it's sugar or whatever, but that's what I've been using, and I feel like it's been helping. Because before I would get them like so bad. Like here, I don't get them, but I usually get them like on my chin. I have one like right on top of my lip. On top of my lips, I never really got it, but I've been getting them lately.
Right. And
then now I have them I get like cysts on my cheeks. I get, of course, the blackheads, the whiteheads, and it's so freaking annoying. But it's gotten better.
Well, if that product has been working, I think we should see it on this. I think you are supposed to have that little grain because pimple is basically trapped oil.
Yeah, and it's trying to clean it out.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, yes, it's good. Like, it's good to do it at least twice a week. It's recommended to exfoliate your face twice a week because it's still, like, the oils that you have on your face, sometimes it's still good for your face.
Right.
And también, like, your skin, you're constantly taking off the layer off your skin. You're not letting your skin pretty much just rest. Sorry. But, recently when we took a hike with Arlene, she was saying somebody that does all the facial routines, she was saying that she believes most of the cause of aging and stuff was because the dead skin on our face, remember? Yeah.
So but that's I honestly like I never really was processing that like dead skin.
Yeah.
But like just looking into the pimple situation, that they mentioned that a lot. Like dead skin, and I was like, okay, it just flew through my head. I didn't really think about it, but now that we're going through it, I'm like, maybe it makes sense.
I know. Ooh, talk about aging. Hold that thought. Hold aging after we're done talking about this one. También. So what you should pretty much what I should actually be doing is using that facial, the exfoliator twice a week, and then use my other face wash that I have, and wash my face on those other days rather than doing it every single day. And I wash my face in the morning,
right,
and then at night when I shower. So I'm exfoliating twice a day. That is horrible. And if Arlene's watching this and listens to me, she's gonna be upset.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe somebody can recommend their routine.
Yeah. What's your what's your routine, guys? Somebody else who's watching out there who really wants to try something different. They've tried it all just like I have. Maybe it'll work for them, because same thing. Like maybe my routine that I'm doing, it's not going to work for everybody else, because we all have different skin types, and it's just different.
That is very true. Well, it's crazy how pimples became a big thing with Dr. Lee. I know I mentioned this before. So
before we go into with Dr. Lee, can I say one more thing? That is so important. After you wash your face, you need to put on sunblock.
Like the 100 UV protector?
No, like there's different sunblocks. So there's like, of course, the one for your body when you're going to be outdoors all day. But let's say if you're just going to go to work, you work indoors, even if, whatever. Well, you always have to wear sunblock on your face. So they have like the small, like they have like SPF 15, blah, blah, blah. So put that on your face and on your neck. Because they say that your neck is what ages first.
Oh, that's a natural thing. Look at me over here. I'm sorry, but I can't use lotion or sunblock, as you guys could tell right now. I just went like this, cleaned my own oils. I just get oily that I just cannot do it. I'm sorry.
But there's some creams that are for oily skin. So if you have oily skin, it's pretty much going to do the opposite. So it's going to settle down. And there's matte, like it'll matte it down, like it, so it's not so shiny.
Well,
I'm telling you, I got you, but no quieres.
We'll see. Until I start getting acne or something, then I probably start listening to you. But for now, I'm okay with my oily self. As long as I can wipe it, I'm all good.
Okay. Sorry. Now back to your pimple, because I like this one.
No worries. So yeah, Dr. Lee, it's crazy how she became famous, has her own show now. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's basically called the Pimple Doctor.
The Dr. Pimple Popper.
The Dr. Pimple Popper. And yeah, I don't know how I made it through this. I don't know. It was an episode, but basically I saw a short clip of it. This guy had a zit that was right above his kneecap.
A zit?
Yeah, a zit. Right above his kneecap. And it was big as a baseball.
Órale.
That thing was huge.
And you said you sat down through the whole thing?
Yes, I don't know how I did it, but I did.
I think we've found your, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? Satisfaction.
No, that wasn't a satisfaction for me. I'm not into that. I'm sorry to say. I just did it for you guys. I had to watch it to give you guys your little Dr. Lee moment.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, this gentleman had this zit that he can remember since he was 12 years old, and he was 37, I believe, in this time when it took the video. So yeah, he says over time it was small, but in the couple of years before they got it out, he says that it just grew big as a baseball. And the majority of zits, they say it's only about an inch or a little bit less than an inch. So imagine this thing being a whole baseball on the side of it was on the side of his
knee?
Right above it. So what is it?
Your kneecap?
No, your
thigh
almost. So, but the Dr. Lee was saying she thought maybe it was a fluid from your knee that went above and made it bigger. But no, I don't know how much. I mean, she obviously loves her job to do all this, because man, I wouldn't be able to.
Well, maybe she just finds satisfaction out of it.
Maybe she does, but at first she pokes it with a syringe. She tries to get the fluid out.
See, those are not satisfying. I like watching those videos, but that's not satisfying.
So she tries to get the fluid out to see, if it's, again, the knee fluid or if it's basically the zit fluid. So she does get a little bit out, and she looks at it. She pulls it out. She looks at it, and it's white. So she's like, it's a zit. She said if it was a gel from the knee, it would actually look like a gel. I'm guessing clear, but it wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
So this gentleman's just sitting there, they're about to open this thing up. We'll insert a little clip for you guys to see.
Warning.
Warning. Maybe.
Trigger warning. Warning.
It's coming. So they open it up and it just starts going out like oatmeal.
No, don't say oatmeal. Oh my gosh, don't say oatmeal.
So, do you know how long this thing was oozing out for?
Break? Okay, no. Break. Or not.
Dang, so we know somebody that can be watching this video.
You got me at oh. You're nasty.
All right. Well, guys, have you ever seen doctors do use this? The kidney, they call it the kidney basin. It looks like almost like a kidney.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
All right. No, be ready. This thing was almost like 3/4 of it filled up. 3/4 of it, and they said it was oozing out for 5 minutes. Yes, guys, 5 minutes.
Disgusting.
Control yourself there, Margarita. Yes, guys. So, if you ever get the chance and you're wanting to see this video, go look it. I believe it's one of the biggest hits Dr. Lee has ever seen or deal with.
Like it has that, the biggest hit. I thought you were going
to say that dealt with.
Have the most views.
No, that she has dealt with, I believe.
Se va a caer la pestaña.
But can I throw you another one? Just to close off the whole acne situation. And I don't know if this one's true.
I'm going to have to throw out the oatmeal. First of all, we have a whole thing of oatmeal. It's going to go bye-bye.
So I don't know if this was true or not when I was looking it up, looking my little research. But there was one that had like, I think 28 or 18 liters of fluid. So that was equal about 5 gallons in Saudi Arabia.
That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
What? You know what I'm wondering?
What?
Sorry, I try not to think about it so much because I'm like, componte Margarita.
This was a good one, my guys.
No, because I went hiking this weekend, and I've always had like this bump on my you know which one I'm talking about, and nobody else has pointed it out except for my mom and her. Maybe other people have seen it, but no han dicho nada.
Yeah.
But it's always been about every single time that like I flex or hago fuerza,
right?
Se hace like a. Like not a bump. Yeah, it's pretty much a bump.
I think it's like I believe, I'm not going to quote, but I think they're saying like it's ligament. It's a ligament and it becomes like stringly.
Yeah. And you know what? And I was saying, maybe it's varicose because my veins, like everywhere, you can see them pretty clear. Like everywhere, literally from like, not from my head, but
Jeez,
from like here to like if I go like this, I know freaking here. Hulk over here, but you can see my veins. So I'm thinking maybe it's the varicose veins because my mom también tiene, like she does have some veins that stick out, and I do have a vein that looks like an anchor.
No shoot, what are you trying to anchor through?
I'm weighing myself down. That was lame. I didn't know where I was going with that. Okay. But yeah, no. What?
So you think it's a zit now?
No, I don't think it's a zit. Okay. And you know what? When I've pressed down on it before, like when I was younger, I would press down even more. And like se siente like if it's squishy, like
it's squishy.
Like it's like.
Yeah.
No se oye nada. Maybe I'm gonna have you put your ear next to it so you can hear it. All right. Si no se oye algo. But yeah, like if I flex or anything, it's like I can probably make it pulse and go boop boop.
No, chingas. No, I'll be freaked out. I'm gonna react just like you reacted to the whole oatmeal situation.
Okay. Next. Have you ever had like a really, really bad pimple?
I do, and I get them in my head for some reason. So I get those ingrown ones. Well, not ingrown. I guess the ones are like lower than your skin, they're saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get those in my head.
Yikes. That hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is probably gonna be. It's probably. I don't know if it's gonna be like out of pocket or whatever. But I've always thought about this. So girls wipe. You know, when we use the restroom, when we go pee, we do wipe. Okay. Do you guys wipe?
When you get like peeing
like after
situation?
you guys, yeah, like when you guys are done peeing.
No.
Like, do you guys like?
We do not wipe. We just. Sorry if there's any little minors or anything like that, guys. But we basically just shake.
Yeah, just shake each other.
We don't shake each other now. Hold on. Relax. No, relax. We don't do all that. I said we just shake. That's all I said. Yes, we shake. We do not wipe like that.
Why don't you guys? Like, you don't, like, you haven't given thought into it. Like, why don't I?
I do not, and everybody's different now.
I know everyone's different.
There's like different situations. Not that I know of. I mean, we don't, as guys, we don't talk about this situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say there's different situation, meaning like if you're circumcised and stuff like that, it's probably different for some. So that's why I'm saying that. But again, I don't know into detail, and I don't want to go into detail. If people want to comment down, all right. But
I have questions.
Obviously,
okay, yes.
We don't.
Drop it in the comments. I'm like, do you wipe?
Yes, exactly.
People want to. Like, why don't you guys? Like, I'm thinking, like, si se ponen a pensar, it's not sanitary. It's hygiene. I feel like it like you guys should. Like I would have thought that. I never thought like if you guys did or did it. I just thought that everybody did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
like it was just a thing, you know.
Maybe I'm on the wrong, but being me, 33 years of myself, I've never heard
and
a guy telling another guy.
Yeah, because I mean, I know because like like whenever we would go to the like most likely I don't remember, but like most likely when I went to the restroom when I was little, you know, my mom taught me, you know, you have to wipe or whatever, and like how to wipe. And of course, you know, I don't know if my mom or my dad taught the boys like how to go to the restroom. Right. So I never got to see that or hear anything. But like you said, it's not something that we talk about. Right. That's why I thought it was just something that everybody did.
Mm-hmm. I think, in my opinion, I think you girls have to do it more because, you know, you guys are shaped differently. So I would say you guys will get a UTI. And for us guys, we do get UTIs, but it's more on the rare.
Well, the UTIs, you get them for other reasons, not for that. It's more for like, yeah, I like how you worded that. How it was like yes, we are shaped differently, so it can like let's say if we don't want it's just gonna stay there. It's gonna create bacteria. So it you know, again, hygiene. So same thing with you guys. Like you guys can like it's your like it's gonna be just right there. Like I don't feel like all of the like you clean everything off because it's like by shaking it off because it's just gonna stay there. It's just a simple, just grab toilet paper, dab, and you go on your merry way.
But it's different because you're not seeing it. Again, we're shaped differently. So for us, I'm thinking about it because being, you know, on the outside is more like, I would say toilet paper is gonna get stuck to you unless you guys happen the same situation. I don't know.
No, sorry. I just had a completely I just had an image of like guys after they're done peeing, they take out the wipies from their pocket, open it up, take it off, and clean it. Okay. My imagination went there. You know what? Yeah, I guess I've seen urinals. Like I don't know anything about like. I think I probably wouldn't have asked the question if like at the urinals tienen like toilet paper. You know what I mean?
Ya ves?
Interesting. Well,
maybe you're gonna start a new trend there, Margarita.
Guys, why? That's nasty. And like, you know what I'm thinking too? Like, okay, hygiene again. We to us as women, we have to, you know, we're shaped different. When we you know, for intercourse, we need to make sure that everything's really clean. Like if you guys, that's what I'm saying, like, do you guys wipe? Like I think that's why I got curious. Because there's people, you know how there's people in the like they do their stuff in the club. Right. You know, they do their thing in the club. And mind you, you're drinking, you're constantly going to the restroom, and they, you know, they're putting their thing in. Oh my gosh, this is getting too much. I'm
Yeah, you're going too much into detail.
You know,
there.
they do their thing, and you know, and the guy has gone to go pee. And what if they didn't shake and they're letting themselves...
hope they shake. And there is, to put it out there, there is only a significant shakes you can do, to be honest.
Why? Porque luego se
emociona? Because then it looks like you're being weird about it.
Oh, okay. So how many shakes then?
How many shakes?
How many shakes does it take?
2 to 3 in public.
2 to 3 in public. So then, when it's not in public,
it could be probably more. More to be more on the cleaner side.
Okay. My family's gonna be watching, and be like, "What the fuck? Unsubscribe." That's fun. That's fun. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, now I have other questions.
Now that you said that, though, I think what I can ask is more of like, I think we're getting to that, you know, self-aware, and I'm not
self-aware.
Yeah, like self-aware of like taking care of yourself.
Oh, okay.
More on the wiping situation. So now, you know, when you go to number 2, I think it's an essential now to wipe, you know? Like it's a common thing now to try and do.
I hope everybody wipes when they go number 2.
Well, I'm trying to say with wipey, sorry.
Oh, with wipies. Yes, that's a thing. Yeah. That's the thing. When I was younger, I saw my mom would do it. I'm like, why is she doing that? Like, that's so weird. I thought it was just for babies. Mm-hmm. And then now that, I mean, of course, when I got older, I'm like, okay, now I see why. Like, that's nasty.
Yeah, but I mean, it was not common either. It's not something you think about, like as you mentioned, babies. Yeah. Obviously, they can't clean themselves, so you do it for them. And the way for them not to get a rash, you know, is with the wipey. So now, us as an adult, or at least at a certain age, I think we're like, okay, this is an essential to use the wipies now.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Like for us. Like there's certain things that we shouldn't be using, like the wipes. Let's say, for example, like if it's scented, like there's certain chemicals that can that's bad for us,
right?
Because it can give us bacteria, and you know, it's just there's certain things that we don't want down there, so that other things don't happen down there.
Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up with that one being the last one y nos vamos subject. Hopefully, you guys liked that last one or all our subjects that we brought out today.
Yeah, guys. I hope I didn't get too graphic. I got a little graphic there.
Yeah, she can't hear that word anymore. We're gonna bleep it out now.
What did I say? It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, watch when you go back edit this video, you're like, oh man, I super reacted to it.
I think I just need to let it go. Yeah, I think I just need to let it go because that was just me being like, that's me. That's
but that is something that you get girls very easily.
Oh, Dios mío. You're going to have to edit that part.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for liking, subscribing. If you haven't, go ahead and do so.
Thank you guys so very much. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Otra.
Bye.
Peace.